If your only knowledge of the 80s was from watching Netflix, you'd think it was all cocaine, women, wrestling in alternate dimensions, and you'd be mostly right. So tap those like and share buttons if you love the 80s and strap in for a tubular ride. From the very beginning of the 80s, people were concerned with opulence, like a specific luxury good imported from Colombia, which was already aiding the rise of the world's baddest drug lord in 1980.
We were witnessing the formation of the famed Medellin cartel, Pablo Escobar. Before long, the narcos were pulling in $5 billion a year. And that, America couldn't take.
Except we did take it, and it helped fuel an appetite for big hair and bitchin' outrageous sounds. And no one was more outrageous than Motley Crue.
Motley Crue!
But it wasn't all blow and blowouts. 1981, we also saw the FBI investigation of the real and chilling unresolved case of the Atlanta murders.
So all these children, one killer.
I believe that to be the case.
The Netflix 80s were also a decade full of weird and spooky stuff, like what happened in the idyllic town of Hawkins, Indiana, where a group of friends went missing in 1983.
Nancy! Jonathan!
Then were found.
Will!
Then went missing again, and then in 1985 almost burned down their favorite mall. Gnarly. And while Dungeons & Dragons was gaining popularity with America's youth, so were video games. In 1984, the actual best-selling game was Duck Hunt. But in the world of Black Mirror, mad genius Stephen Butler made a quantum leap in gaming with the branching adventure game Bandersnatch. Then came 1985, when director Sam Sovia sought to put a new spin on the popularity of professional wrestling and created Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. This quasi-fictionalized sensation took the country by storm. And while it's fine in wrestling, one thing you should never tie into knots is a space-time continuum, because it will result in logic-defying disappearances, like those in Winden, Germany, where Mads Nielsen and Claudia Tiedemann both went missing from the small town in 1986, raising many an eyebrow but leaving behind no clues. A major bummer.
This is a song from the 80s. The decade which it currently is.
In the mid-1980s, entertainment was booming, and in particular, stand-up comedians. Enter Horsin' Around, the hilarious and heartwarming story of a single horse who has to give up his bachelor ways to care for 3 orphans, starring noted stand-up comedian and alcoholic BoJack Horseman. In a more dramatic and less animated 1988, in Matheson, Massachusetts, a group of friends managed to stop a demonic invasion, or at least paused a demonic invasion, with most of a group of friends. Very much not righteous to the max. But also because in the world of Umbrella Academy, 43 babies were born to women who weren't pregnant when the day started, some of whom, it's rumored, were adopted by
Sir Reginald Hargreaves, eccentric billionaire and adventurer.
Did we miss a totally bitchin' Netflix 80s event you think is vital to the canon? Let us know our major malfunction in the comments. And there you have it, a look back at some of the most 80s events in Netflix history.